Hi guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing my Peugeot 307. This is the 1.6 litre petrol, and so far in my time using it, it's been a good car. It's a good car, but it's not amazing and it does have its negatives. So I'm just going to be going through that. Now firstly, how does the car feel? So one thing I could say is that this car is an easy car to drive. The steering wheel is very light and weighted in a good way. So it's an easy car to maneuver, and also the clutch this is a big thing for manual cars, especially for runabouts. The clutch isn't too heavy, the clutch is light. My dad has a Renault Laguna 2008, and when I drive that clutch I can instantly tell that there is a difference between the clutch over there and the clutch here. That doesn't mean this clutch is broken, well, I bet it isn't, but it all adds up to give it a very nice and interesting and fun driving experience. Light clutch, not too heavy, easy steering wheel, manual gearbox. It's a good experience. Now, how does the car do in economy? Well, unfortunately, I think that's the biggest negative of this car. In my time using it for 6 months, I've averaged, I think, 30 to 40 mpg. It can do 40 mpg if you drive really carefully, but to be honest, I think when you're driving normally, it's between that time. And if you drive fast, if you're flooring it, in the 20s, if I'm not wrong, more or less. That's not an issue, you know. If you're working part-time in this country, fuel, even though it's expensive, it's affordable, and if I put £40 in a week, I can easily go by. That being said, if I don't drive excessively, if you put 50 quid in a week, that's really good. Unless you're driving really hard, you should be able to use that petrol in a good way and be able to go to a lot of places. So now I'm just driving this car, and it accelerates fine. It's just there is a little bit of struggle, you can tell, because it's not a sports car, but it does accelerate good. I'm going to do a little acceleration here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Like 0 to 35 because there was a car in front, so I wasn't really able to go that fast anyway, and plus I wasn't going to. The exterior is okay, it's good for its time, and if you clean the car and it's in really nice finish, it looks good. So this is the interior for the Peugeot 307, and as you can see, it's okay. It's not amazing, but it does the job, and it's much nicer than some other cars I've seen in this price range, definitely. So when it comes to the interior, the Peugeot 307 is not too amazing, but it's definitely better than like one of those Japanese really grey, plasticky, not very comfortable cars. It's black. It's not fancy, but it's nicer than the say a Toyota Yaris, which I just came from. You know? So in conclusion, if you are planning to buy a Peugeot 307, I would recommend that. It's a good car, it's decent, it's reliable, like depending on what mileage you get. So this was bought at 86,000 I think. It's around 91 at the moment, and it's doing great. With keeping in mind that the engine can determine really how nice the car drives and how economical it's going to be, because this is a hatchback. You're not driving this with a driving pleasure. It's not like a BMW. So I would get the 1.4 diesel if there is one, or just if I'm not wrong, any one that's more economical than 1.6. But if you're really going to spend £1,500 for a hatchback, just go for something else. You can get a BMW 1.2 series. You can get a Citroen C4, which is even more economical than this, if I'm not wrong, with an automatic transmission. I wouldn't recommend you getting a Peugeot, but at the same time, if you do, keep in mind it is a good car and you will be satisfied.